The DNC will meet next month to elect a new party chair as Democrats try to recalibrate after the GOP's decisive victory in November. Joining us now, one of the frontrunners to fill that position, Ken Martin, the current chair of the Minnesota Democratic Farmer Labor Party. Ken, welcome to Fox News Sunday.
Thanks so much for having me, Shannon. Glad to be here.
Let's talk a little bit post-election analysis. Our Fox News voter analysis, folks told us they favored President Trump by 9 points on crime, 10 points on the economy, 16 to 17 points on immigration. What has been your assessment about why the message didn't connect better with the American people? And is there any internal agreement within the Democrat Party?
Well, look, I mean, we're still analyzing everything from last year. We know we lost ground with Latino voters, with working-class households, with women, with young voters, a whole group of demographics and parts of our coalition that we need to do better with, for sure. And as you mentioned, we lost ground on some of these important issues. So we need to really get to the bottom of that. But one of the things that surprised me last year and should have been a red flag for our party was the perceptions of the two parties actually changed. For the first time in American history, it showed that the majority of Americans now believe that the Republicans are best suited to represent the interests of the working class and the poor, and the Democratic Party is a party of the wealthy and the elite. That's a damning indictment on who we are, and we've got to change that, because I'll tell you just from personal experience, my mom was 15 years old when she had me. She was raising 4 kids as a single mom by herself, and if there wasn't a community and a government that cared about those little kids and that family, we wouldn't be here. And so the reality is our party's got to stand up and fight for working families again and give them a sense that we give a damn about their lives. And, you know, there's so much we need to learn still, and we're going to get to the bottom of it. But I'll tell you what, the Democratic Party needs to do a better job of showing Americans and, frankly, working families that they're going to stand up and fight to make their lives better.
So you are one of several people who are running to become the new DNC chair. Here's how the New York Times spells it out. They say, the post of DNC chair is often described as one of the worst jobs in American politics, especially when Democrats do not hold the White House. Whoever wins the vote February 1st will be responsible for helping lead a party grappling with why it lost again to Donald J. Trump, while keeping peace among a constellation of interest groups, donors, congressional committees, ambitious governors, and state parties. So why take on this job?
Well, first off, you're absolutely right. Being a party chair at any level is a political equivalency of being a fire hydrant, right? You get pissed on by everyone. You get none of the credit when you win. You get all the blame when you lose. And the reality is it's a very thankless job. But you do it because you love the party and because we have to fight. We have to rebuild this party. We have to unite our party to win, and not just to pat ourselves on the back because we won elections, but we win so we can improve people's lives and make people's lives easier to afford and easier to live. That's why I'm running. I want to get the DNC out of D.C., focused in partnership with our 57 state parties on a plan to compete in every zip code in every county in this country and contesting races up and down the ballot. It's a big job for sure, but I'm ready to do it. I've led the party here in Minnesota successfully for the last 14 years. We haven't lost an election here in Minnesota. We're 25-0, and I think we can scale that up here with the DNC and bring that same model to our National Democratic Party.
Well, your supporters describe you as a workhorse. We know several others are in this race. We're hoping to talk with them in the coming weeks leading up to the vote, too. Big forum yesterday. Folks can go back and watch it on C-SPAN, and you will have several